298-4971 for our free brochure. 298-4971.
A Current Affair, tonight at 7 on 13 WTHR.
So you're here on behalf of a friend.
I'm really worried about her.
Why isn't she here herself?
She's too terrified to come.
There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm here to help.
I know, but you see, it's a problem with one of her professors.
What kind of problem?
It's very personal.
Whatever you tell me stays inside this room.
Dean Yamamoto, how do you feel about a professor who makes overt sexual advances towards a student?
Is that what happened?
My friend's about to fail a course she doesn't deserve to.
Why is that?
Because she wouldn't do what this professor wanted her to do.
Are you implying sexual harassment?
Believe me, it's much more than just an implication. She's been harassed.
How far has this gone?
Far enough that this professor has promised to fail her because she wouldn't cooperate.
A professor doesn't arbitrarily make that kind of a decision. He can't just fail a student without having a legitimate reason.
Oh, he claims he can, and he has.
Do you realize the seriousness of what you're telling me?
I think so. Look, the poor girl's been through hell. He's made her life miserable. She's all set to graduate, but now that's in doubt. Is there anything she can do?
Your friend must come forward herself with concrete proof.
What's concrete proof?
Substantial documentation of sexual harassment, not just hearsay. That means more than your friend's word for it. Unfortunately, it's a lot like rape in that regard. The burden of proof falls on the victim.
So, say she could prove that was true. What would happen to the professor?
He would be brought before the faculty senate to answer the charges. And he would be dealt with. Does your friend really feel that she has the evidence to go that far?
Well, she'd much rather resolve things with the professor herself.
For her sake and his, I suggest trying that route first. If not, we'll take the next step.
I'll tell her what you said.
And give your friend a word of advice. Graduation may be at stake for her, but a reputation and a career are at stake for this professor. Sexual harassment in the hands of a disgruntled student is a very dangerous weapon.
So, you'll be working at the ice cream store this summer.
Yeah, it's the price I have to pay.
I'd love it. All that ice cream.
That's right. I remember how much you like a good cone.
Maybe I'll stop by and visit you sometime.
Yeah, make it after hours and I'll give you whatever you want. On the house.
Sounds like an offer I'll have to take you up on.
Well, maybe this summer won't be so bad after all.
Hey, why wait till then? I'd better go. Call me later?
You bet.
So where's your friend?
Who?
Your favorite blonde co-ed.
I don't keep tabs on Sam, man.
Or maybe you should.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, you must feel real powerful having destroyed Sam's future.
You got your facts backwards. Sam did it all by herself.
You know, she really cared about you, man.
Problem is she didn't care enough about her education.
Oh, yeah, and you made sure to make that point, didn't you, Professor?
Well, you've obviously bought into her act. I didn't realize Sam needed you to protect her.
From guys like you.
You guys think that college is a big joke. 4 years to party on your parents' money. Let me tell you something. Sam deserves whatever happens to her. She asked for it, and she's got nobody to blame but herself. Just pass that little message on.
Get it over with, Jessica. Call this Cooper guy and confront him about your future.
I shouldn't.
Yes, you should. You have every right to know what his plans for you are. It's your life. Never mind the drink. Just call him.
You're right. I've got to know the truth, whatever it is.
Tomorrow's another day.
Leonard Cooper, please. It's Jessica Gardner. What if he doesn't take my call?
He can't do that.
Oh, yes, he can. He's done it before.
Jessica, darling, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine, Leonard. And you?
Never better. Gee, it's good to hear your voice again. And how are you doing?
Oh, wonderfully well. I haven't felt this good in years.
Well, I am delighted to hear that. You still in Chicago?
Yes, but my business here's finished now.
Uh-huh. Oh, honey, I was so sorry to hear about your father. I just hope that the shock didn't upset all the hard work you put in at the clinic.
Leonard, we both know that last year was pure hell for me, but thank God, all of that is over and done with.
Just put it behind you, Jessica.
Leonard, the reason I'm calling, I saw today's show.
Oh, yes, I thought you might.
Well, I was so relieved to see that you hadn't killed me off.
Kill Lacey Reynolds? No way, she's too popular.
Well, that's what all the fans are telling me. Obviously, you don't want to keep Lacey in a coma forever.
Oh, it was a mere device to give the writers a chance to put in a new storyline.
A new storyline? For me?
Well, of course. But in the meantime, you see, we have to go with some of the other characters.
Oh, so when Lacey wakes up from her coma and all of those bandages come off, that's going to be me under there?
That's the way it's always been planned.
Well, Leonard, you can't begin to know how relieved I am. And all of this wondering is maybe a little crazy.
Well, don't let it. Just use this time to get your life back in order. Now, the press still thinks you're in Europe shooting a movie. And there's no pressure on either one of us, so just be patient.
Well, if you say so.
Trust me, honey. Have I ever let you down?
No, Leonard. Not yet.
So take care, and remember, I love you.
That wasn't so bad, now was it?
No, I suppose not. If only I could believe him.
Why would he lie?
To prevent me from becoming self-destructive.
Did he give you his word?
Yes, he did, but he didn't tell me when he was going to write me back. In days, weeks, months.
Jessica, the point is you have your producer's word. You have a job to go back to. Now stop working yourself in a frenzy over it.
And in the meantime?
In the meantime, you don't need this.
Finding artistic ways to spend money, Mom?
From the Legacy Gallery downtown. Now, how do you think this would look in our bedroom?
Great. It's impressive work.
Mm-hmm. The artist comes from South Africa.
Mom, you spent $5,000 for this?
Well, I know it cost a lot, but I couldn't resist.
Well, have you already closed the Martin Jackson deal?
Not yet, but any day now.
You're spending money before it's in the bank?
What's this about spending money?
Nothing, Mama.
Oh. Good Lord, Ruth. Have you lost your mind?
I hardly think making a good investment is losing my mind, Mama.
Investment or waste?
Mama, what's wrong with treating myself to something special? Good art is expensive.
Mom's just thinking ahead.
Our deal with Martin will close any time now.
Bad luck putting your eggs in a basket you don't already have. If the deal doesn't happen, then what?
I still won't be sorry. I bought the sculpture. The money goes to scholarships for South African artists.
A worthy cause. Never thought I'd live to see the day you'd have that kind of money to spend.
You also said you never thought you'd live to see a black man run for president.
Yes, I did say that.
And also the day so many of us are doctors and judges and mayors.
Don't forget attorneys.
Oh, it's true. Never imagined that I'd someday see my own granddaughter be a big attorney for the state of Illinois.
It takes big dreams to make big things happen, Mama.
Takes a lot more than dreams, I'm afraid. I'm out there, and I know how hard it is making those dreams come true. Despite the gains, there's still so much progress to be made. A lot of progress. I'm afraid to ask what that was all about.
Rob's worse than I thought.
What did he say?
Oh, he's got it in for you, Sam. He wants your blood, and he wants it bad.
Adam, I wish you hadn't started with Rob.
He started up with me. And the man's got enough hostility to nuke the entire planet. He's dangerous, Sam.
Then you don't think I could talk him out of failing me in biology?
Didn't you already try that?
This time I thought I'd take a different approach.
Look, Rob set you up to lift that biology exam. Anyone who'd do that isn't rational. Oh, he'd say he was following his conscience as a professor, but he's not gonna back down.
Well, that's what he says now.
What are you talking about?
Adam, what's substantial proof?
Substantial proof?
Yeah, like if you had to prove something in court, what's the most concrete proof you could get?
Witnesses, something documented in writing, something like that?
You could be my witness.
Hey, wait. I never saw anything between you and Rob. All I know is what you told me, and that's just not good enough.
Oh, damn, why did we have to be so discreet?
Sam, what's going on in that head of yours?
I just had a heart-to-heart with the Dean of Women. Relax, I didn't tell her anything. I just wanted to know what my options are.
And she told you to pursue this, that you need more than just your word against his, right?
Well, I'd like to think the threat would be enough to stop it.
Oh, no, not the Rob I just saw. You've dealt a major blow to his already inflated ego. He wants you to suffer, Sam.
Well, he's definitely getting what he wants. Why did I get involved with him?
Because you needed his help in biology. Only, you never imagined that he'd take that, twist it into something devious, and then turn on you.
You know, it's really bizarre how all of this has gotten so ugly. That weekend in the cabin was so romantic.
Romantic, ha! All along he was setting the trap for you. Rob Donnelly is bad news, baby.
Well, I better get ready to face the ultimate humiliation of my life. There's gonna be no graduation for me.
Hey, don't you dare abandon ship. You can't give up yet.
JD, that is my airline ticket you just tore up.
You don't need it anymore.
Well, how am I supposed to get back to California? By foot?
Why even go back? You just heard that they don't need you on the show for a while.
Yeah.
Jessica, there's nothing worse than an actress with too much free time on her hands. That's when the old confidence, self-esteem starts to break down. I see it happen all the time with musicians. We got to keep ourselves busy. Come on, boom, boom. Otherwise, we become our own worst enemies.
It is excruciating waiting for the phone to ring.
Which you wouldn't have to do if you stayed here. And you know, Laura and I would love to have you in Chicago for a while. Unless it's not as if you have to work. I mean, you do have your inheritance. Besides, we're just getting reacquainted.
It's nice someone cares where I am.
Of course, I may be way out of line. I'm sure there's some Hollywood hunk just panting for your return.
No, J.T. No. In California, I would be very much alone. Staying here might be a pretty good idea for a while.
Think of all the fun we could have.
That's something I haven't had a lot of lately.
Well, let's fix that. What do you say we take a spin by the lake? I'll put the top down. We'll crank up the tunes. How about it?
J.D., you make me feel like 16 years old.
Good. Just think of me as the older man.
I love it. Oh.
It's important to have money in this world, Mama Viv. In a lot of ways, money is freedom.
Money makes people forget about values.
Without it, you'd still be on your knees scrubbing Rebecca Whitmore's floors.
In my day, housekeeping was a respected position.
Point is, Mama, we're not limited to maids' work these days. Opportunity, along with money, took a lot of folks out of the kitchen and into respectable jobs.
Money had nothing to do with it. We marched in the 60s for our freedom. Now folks put a high price tag on something and call that freedom.
Well, civil rights alone didn't change our status either. As a people, we still have to knock down barriers to success.
Barriers caused by poverty.
Well, you may need money to feel successful, but not me.
Would you rather go back to the way things were?
At least we didn't measure success by the dollar alone.
Life is a lot different today for African Americans.
See what I mean? Used to be we were Negro. Then black came along. And now you say we're African American.
Oh, we're still the same people, Mama, and always will be.
Change is good, Mama Viv. Remember when we didn't have any money?
We had each other. We had good friends.
Yeah, but the fact is we were dirt poor.
And it wasn't that long ago either.
Mom and Dad worked hard to stop that cycle of poverty. I am where I am today because of the blood, sweat, and tears of the generation before me. I've got to take that further. We can't quit now. My generation has to move ahead.
We've worked very hard for everything we have, Mama.
No denying that, Ruth. We've all worked hard in this family. But how much are you willing to sacrifice to get what you want?
The world spins fast, Mama. And I'm not going to sit back and watch it pass me by. I want what's out there. And whatever it takes to get it, I'm going to do just that.
Adam, you just told me there's no way Rob's going to change my grade, whether I threaten him or not. Without something concrete, I can't prove sexual harassment. I've got to face it. I'm never going to get my degree.
Sam, I just hate to see you give up.
Well, for a while there, things were really starting to look up. But like everything else in my life, it blew up in my face.
Rob went too far now, that's all.
But I let him do it, Adam.
He should have known better. If he had any doubts about the relationship, he should have just questioned you. But no, he took matters into his own hands in the most devious way he could. Now, he knew that you trusted him, and he abused that trust. Man, I'd like nothing better than for you to get that proof you need.
You're not the only one. But right now, that's mission impossible.
Maybe not.
Adam, what are you thinking?
Nothing. Forget I said anything.
But you just had an idea. What is it?
No, never mind. It's too dangerous.
Adam, please don't do this to me. If you've got something that can help me, you've got to share it. I don't care if it's dangerous. Look what I've been through so far. Nothing could be worse than that.
Sam, it's not easy.
I don't care if it's scaling Mount Everest. I've got to do something. My mother's devastation is a lot more frightening than anything you could come up with.
I just don't think it's wise, Sam.
Let me be the judge of that. Adam, I'm not going to let you out of here until you tell me.
Next on Generations.
1 minute we're making passionate love, and the next you're out to ruin my future?
Where men are concerned, she's ruthless.
What's the school's policy when a professor takes a student to bed?
We can't stay there much longer. That tape's gonna run out.
The saga continues.
Tonight on NBC, solve a murder and $100,000 could be yours on an all-new Unsolved Mysteries. Then there's back-to-back Law and Disorder with with absolute ease. Harry Ben.
Hi, this is Marshall Warfield, Roz on Night Court. Are you laughing at me, Dan? Well, imagine this if you can. There's a woman out there who actually finds you repulsive on Night Court.
And a time traveler faces incredible danger in Quantum Leap, now on Wednesday night.
So you're the one.
Yes, ma'am.